Even 3 years old, I was kind of like a ham. I just really loved entertaining my family and whoever else was around.
You've recalled, someone said that we were like the cute little Johansson family, and my mom should take us to a commercial agency. Did your mother follow up on the suggestion?
She did. We all went on this, audition or whatever, this casting, and the only person they wanted was my older brother, Adrian, which I guess nobody else cared about. I was totally devastated. I remember standing outside of the hot and crusty bakery, and remember my mom saying, "Wait, this is a lot of work, is this something you really want to do?" And I did. I wanted to do it. I wanted to try it. So I had some headshots made and a little resume that said, skills, I don't know, can semi-ice skate, whatever, loves to sing or whatever. And I signed with the management company and I started auditioning.
Now, a question that will attract the attention of our students here at the Actors Studio Drama School of Pace University. At the age of 7, you began, I believe, a formal study of acting. Where would that have been?
I attended the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute. I was in the children's program for about a year. They invited me to do the young adult program. But I was, of course, I was 9 or something. Oh, so I stayed in that young adult class for quite a while. And my teacher, Bill Balzac, who still teaches there, whenever I do a play, he'll always bring the class he's working with at the time.
How would Strasberg Institute teach acting to such a young person?
Firstly, just having a scene partner and understanding what it means to work with one another was a big part of the foundation. Just the improvisational work, acting opposite another person, and being able to hold what they gave you and give them something back. That give and take was greatly encouraged, and requires obviously a lot of patience and compassion and mindfulness, and which are all wonderful things to teach children anyway. But it's the same foundation. You're just a little bit shorter.
Do you think any of that has stuck to you?
I would never describe myself as a method actor per se, but I have developed my own kind of method. And I think being able to draw from my own emotional space inside me, and be able to have compassion for myself in a way, and the experiences that I have had, and use those experiences and those emotions to really adapt to any kind of situation or environment. That has been something that I carry with me, and have always employed and kind of gone back to.
And I will ask you, please, Scarlett, what is your favorite word?
Yummy.
What is your least favorite word?
Panties.
What turns you on?
Curiosity.
What turns you off?
Entitlement.
What sound or noise do you love?
My daughter laughing.
What sound or noise do you hate?
A jackhammer.
What is your favorite curse word? What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I probably would have liked to have been a counselor of some kind or therapist of some kind.
What profession would you absolutely not like to undertake, ever?
An exterminator.
Finally, Scarlett, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
It's going to be okay.
Here are the students, and so let us begin the classroom session.
Good evening. My name is Tatiana. I'm a rising third-year actor. I had a question about an aspect of your work on Under the Skin. I understand that you had some reservations about the nudity required for the role, and I just wanted to ask you, as a woman, how you navigate when you decide to accept roles that require nudity.
I think in Under the Skin, the nudity was so important to the character's awakening, that it didn't, and also working with Jonathan Glazer, and he obviously was very respectful, but we both agreed that it was an important part of of telling that character's story. What was interesting about it was, when you're standing naked in front of a mirror, you start to realize, gosh, I'm so I'm so self-conscious about all these things, right? When we think about it, but then in this character, obviously, I had to play a character that had no consciousness of, she has no preconceived idea of her body or judgment or anything, really, right? She's another species. So she's just looking at this body like, wow, look at all these parts, you know what I mean? Look at my cuticles, look at my eyelashes, all this stuff. And I have what are all these toes? What are all these, all these parts that make up this human body it was so interesting that was the first, and actually really, I feel so thankful that was the first time that I ever had to do something where I was nude like that, because it gave me a completely different perspective than had it been, some salacious thing. Or I think in the end, you have to respect yourself and your own thoughts about it. And if it's something that I felt moved the characters, it was okay for me. Is it my favorite thing to do? No, but it was an interesting experiment. You know where your boundaries are, I think. You know what the good kind of uncomfortable is and the not good and the bad uncomfortable. So I think you just have to go with your gut on that.
Thank you.
Hello, Ms. Johansson. I'm Maria Cristina Pimiento. I just graduated from the program. I want to thank you for being so real, so truthful, and aware.
Thank you.
My question is, what is your definition for success?
Definition of success means so many different things to different people. For me, I feel like I've had success when I've done my best job at that very particular given moment. Doesn't necessarily mean that I won't wake up when the night demons come at 2 a.m. and go, oh, damn it, I should have tried that other reading. God, that always happens. But I think when I feel, okay, this is all I have to give. I gave it all. I thought of all the things I could think of right now. I think I'm good. Okay, doesn't always mean that it ends up so successful, but personally it feels like, okay, I'm happy with that, If I was brave and I pushed myself out of my comfort zone and I maybe went in a couple of different directions that felt something out, I carved something out, I just made a discovery, I feel, okay, that was a successful moment. I do it moment to moment, and I think that part of having success is taking risks, right? There's that whole risk-reward thing, but you just don't know, you're always gonna lose something. Right? When you gain something, you lose something, for better or worse. I've never found that I've ever had great success with things I didn't take a risk on. So I think just feeling okay with failing has led me to find success.